Ice, ice, baby, and thus welcome to Animal Crossing. My name is Sebastian, and I'm standing here in front of this weird peach. Oh, I see. Well, actually, I have a dedicated video on this, so let's just get rid of all the awkwardness, grab this item, and... much, much better. Also, before I do anything else or say anything else, please, feel free to subscribe or like or comment or whatever you cool kids do. And today we are going to redesign the ice bar of Friesland. And you might be wondering why? Well, this already looks like an ice bar, but with temperatures on the rise globally and, well, seasonally, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to just simply redesign the entire ice bar and, make it a bit more accessible for our guests and give it maybe a different overall appearance. So during this speed build, and yes, I'm sorry, I am cheating a bit because I have sped up the footage, but during this speed build I will be fading in and out, and if you don't hear my beautiful, beautiful voice, you can hear the far more beautiful Images of Tomorrow by the Unicorn Heads as the speed build lo-fi brought to you by the YouTube library. At the moment I'm fiddling around a bit with the wallpapers and the floor, but I think actually the ice floor and the Aurora wallpaper are already looking pretty much spot on. Now here's something that I stole from H&M. The t-shirt I'm just wearing. No, just kidding. Stole the t-shirt I'm just wearing from a far more expensive place. What I stole was the design idea of the turnaround neon signs, because you can visit H&M's Brand Island, or you can watch a video by Katie from Calla Cove where she visits the island. You can hear her beautiful yawl. And what the H&M island has done was use these neon diner signs, turn them around and just sort of use them as neon lights. And I thought initially, this is looking good. But the problem I'm having here is it doesn't really glow over the Aurora wallpaper, so I'm just removing them all. Bells well spent. I also wanted to make sure, as someone who has worked in a bar for 1,000 years, I wanted to make sure that the bar is nice and accessible for all our guests, but that our guests won't feel inclined to step behind the bar and get in the way of our barkeeper, because, well, from experience I can tell you that is something that guests do. Quite a lot, actually, and certainly more than they should. So please, if you ever have the impulse to step behind the bar and you're not working at the location, resist the urge, don't do it. You might get thrown out with force. Not saying that that is something that I have done, but it is something that I have done. One problem I'm having is we don't have frozen over bar stools, so I'm fiddling around a bit with what we could use instead. I'm going for the arcade seats at the moment. Anything but ideal. Obviously, our bar's going to need music, and I think an exit sign will really help and sell the fact that, well, while this is a beautiful location, it's not an icy fairy tale masterpiece from Elsa's wildest dreams. It is still an ice bar. Oh yes, and in terms of YouTube engagement, have you guys ever been to an ice bar? If so, let me know down in the comments below. Oh, really, just send me any message. I'm really looking forward to be answering anything if you are among the 5 lucky people watching this video. The ice partitions, by the way, I particularly like because I think they really add a nice bar feeling to the place, where you have a separate dance floor and then you have those partitions and have more of a seating area. Also, I'm really working on making this bar as inaccessible as possible, contrary to what I said earlier. Yeah, that's something you want to see. The second you step into a bar, you want to be greeted by a frozen bear. and another frozen partition just to really separate the guest room and have a nice seating area where you can lounge and drink your cocktails, maybe even have an exclusive VIP area for all your VIP needs, drink the sparkling apple cider, one of the best Animal Crossing items, in my opinion. Even though I think they should definitely add a nice Scotch whiskey to the game, because simply having St. Patrick's Day in there doesn't feel right. Okay, once again, I've ditched the neon diner sign because I would love to have these purple neon lights in front of the Aurora wall, but it doesn't really work. It just takes away half a space and makes the room feel very crowded. Here, you might think those frozen treats, they're just regular ice cream, but au contraire, they are vodka pops or tequila pops, you know, whatever your heart desires. I think it might be rum and mint or rum and dark chocolate, and here it's tequila and maracuja flavored. And a box of chocolates, and of course Isabel's photo. If you want to know more about that, feel free to get in touch and book a tour on Friesland, because it is part of our story, a haunted anniversary. So once again, if you want to know more, simply book a tour and let me guide you. But for the moment, you can just feel free to kick back, relax, and watch me fiddle around with those chairs. I hope I'm not going to place the partition right in front of those chairs. Absolute rookie mistake. Okay, here's another pet peeve of mine, and let me know if it's just me or if you agree, but placing furniture in a way as to make it inaccessible to the in-game characters, does that drive you up the walls? No? Just me? Oh well. Okay, one more thing that I need to get is the sparkling apple cider. And of course, none of my videos would be complete without a teeny tiny bit of time traveling. Okay, here I've ordered the diner counter chairs and whatever else. To be honest, I recorded this weeks ago, so I don't really know what's going on. Oh yes, a refrigerator. Because, well, I mean, you still want to serve cold drinks, even in this icy location. So we have a fridge and we have a mini fridge. Again, from bar experience, I can tell you that in the mini fridge, probably the pricier items are being stored. Actually, I would love a fridge with a glass door, just so the guests could see what they're drinking. And yeah, right now I'm just replacing the diner chairs, trying to find a spot for the Pro Tape player. Before it occurs to me, I can just put it on the fridge. I actually have a similar setup in real life, but in real life I've put the fridge on top of the Pro Tape recorder. And obviously this little avatar Apollo doesn't quite look the part yet, so let's turn him into a playboy running an off-brand bar, apparently by giving him shorts sponsored by Three's Company. Ah yes, much better, getting real Hugh Hefner vibes here, only less problematic. And putting down the diner chairs, because everyone needs a bit of seating. Don't want to stand in front of your drinks all night. Let's put on some music. I'm afraid you're going to have to go in-game if you want to listen to the song, because, you know, I'll just stick with the lo-fi for the moment, and I think this is looking much nicer. Apollo also really seems to be looking forward to our guests, and he hopes that Isabel is going to like it as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you've seen, you can just recommend me to your friends. If you don't like what you've seen, recommend me to your enemies, and as always, I'll be happy if you like, comment or subscribe, and I will see and hear you next time, by which I mean you will hear and see me. Well, mostly here, really. Bye.